Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are super happy to have you here for the session on mastering multi-product sale in retail banking. I am Preeti. I'll be your host for the session. Now it's my absolute pleasure to introduce our speaker, Mr. Himanshu Mishra. Mr. Himanshu is currently working as EVP and Head Special Projects at Fino Payment Bank. He is highly resourceful, creative, and disciplined manager with over 25 years of extensive experience across fintech distribution, retail and rural banking, MFI business, commercial banking, portfolio management, and financial inclusion. His expertise span a wide range of domain including trade finance, forex service, SME lending, cash management, bullion, bank operations, sales and marketing, credit cards, and product management. Known for his ability to bring out the best in people by focusing on their strength and motivation. Mr. Mishra also possesses strong decision making skill, excel in root cause analysis, and consistently looks for better way to improve both product and process. With robust experience in P&L management and data analytics and a calm yet agile mindset under pressure, he has been a deliver force in our financial sector, consistently combining strategic insight with hands-on execution. Today, we are incredibly fortunate to have him share his expertise with us. So make sure ask questions, take notes, and most importantly, enjoy learning and engage with the session. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Himanshu. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, all. Thanks for the nice words, Preeti. Yes, in fact, 25 years of banking experience. I started from Bank of Baroda and then worked for ICICI Bank, Deutsche, HSBC, IndusInd, and from last 9 years, I'm there with Fino. So straightway, let's come on to the agenda which is there, and I would like to share I've built a small presentation as well. Just a sec. So I'm sure my slide is visible to you all, right? Fantastic. So I can see around 45 odd participants who all are there, and it would be good if we keep on interacting during the session. And if anyone is having any points, any doubt, or anywhere if you feel elaborated answer to that query, most welcome. Keep asking over the chat, and at the end of the presentation, we'll have time for the one-on-one discussions as well. So the topic which is there for this session is mastering multi-product sales in retail banking, especially, and with the focus on WhatsApp, video, and vernacular. So what I have done, I have divided the entire part into two phases. So part one, I have kept it very simple. Whenever somebody asks for the WhatsApp video or vernacular, what all comes to our mind. So part one, we will be very straightforward to the point, as in a very layman wordings, as what all are required and what all the banks are doing and what are the best practices. We'll share a few of the examples as which bank is doing what. And then we'll enter into part two, where I will try and cover the latest technology, which is changing the entire game with the AI and ML introduction, or an NLP interventions, how this entire platform is getting changed, and what all as a bank we all should be doing to cope up with the pace of the market. So we'll try and explore how strategic interventions clubbed with AI ML in part two, what I mentioned in transforming the cross-selling in retail banking. Especially the entire focus would be around the WhatsApp video and vernacular. So let's start with the key challenges what we are facing when it comes to multi-product sales. So we onboard a customer for one particular product, and how can we cross-sell further with the customers? And when I say low customer engagement as a first point, it's not only the customers who are ignoring emails. Any engagement, direct engagement with the customer is either very costly or it's not practical also, especially when we manage a large portfolio in retail banking where our idea with the customer depends basis the balances what customers are having, and we don't have any other intelligent we normally we don't put to judge the customers. So and customers are very tend to ignore generic emails, SMSs, WhatsApps even. So the engagement level is one of the key challenge area. Trust deficit because customer hesitate to buy additional products without personalized advices. Language barriers what we face many a times at call centers or the WhatsApps or the especially non-English speaking customers or even the non-Hindi speaking customers, they prefer local language interaction, which is again one of the barrier. And insufficient sale processes where the branch staff or the staff over the call or even the staff over the video banking who is the virtual RM, they struggle to identify and pitch the relevant products. So though there are so many other challenges are there, but these are the four key challenges what we would like to address during the discussion. So what I was trying to mention is this is the part one where we will discuss as what all we should be doing on WhatsApp video or vernacular. And then we'll try and enter into part two where we will try and discuss on ML and AI interventions with which we can change the entire dynamics of the platform to increase our multi-product cross-selling to our customers. So now WhatsApp. So ideally, it's WhatsApp is required. Yes, uh, currently after not even SMSs, WhatsApp is one of the main mode of communication with the customers. So leveraging WhatsApp for personalized and automated engagements. We are having a lot many informations about the customers, and we will try and cover at the later part as well. But the kind of information what is there of the customer with us is not only what is there in our system, in our CBS, where all the transactional data, the family history, but if we can gather more information about the customer from the social space which is there, and basis the transaction pattern of the customers, the area, basis the residence address. So many other relevant information which is there with us about the customer, which we tend to miss out. The kind of transactions what customer is having, the kind of say for example, what time the customer is getting up in the morning, basis the transaction history, whatever the customer is buying through, if the main UPI led transactions are there with you, we can identify so many things about the customer, which we tend to miss out when we normally engage with the customers. So basis that, if we can have a AI-driven chatbots which can suggest the relevant product based on the transaction history. Not only that, if we are sharing any information with the customers over the WhatsApp, if we can share the link-based model, whereas only a question answer. So if we are having a pre-approved home loan or the credit card or any kind of loans, if we can have a one-click apply option rather than going through the entire process, and then we can convert the customer. And if we can have a enable customers to ask questions and get the instant responses. I have seen so many WhatsApp bots. I don't know if the companies or especially the banks are analyzing that or reviewing that, they are very, very boring, or they give a very, very, answers which are not relevant also many a times. So if the bot is very, very straightforward, and it's not learning on its own, or it's not backed by generative AI, these platform will not yield much of results. Uh, though I have used so many bots of so many banks, but I found HDFC Bank's WhatsApp banking is pretty decent. The kind of personalized offers they send, and which reduces the time, and that increases the conversions, especially. Then video banking, where the face-to-face interactions are happening. Still, many of the banks have already launched the video banking, but so far the adoption is not very, very high. Uh, the IndusInd Bank was the first to have, or the ICICI Bank is having, and so many other banks are also lined up to have a video banking, uh, where the face-to-face interactions are happening, where relationship managers can explain. And uh, in our the way we are doing banking, normally digital, without having face-to-face, is taking a front seat. But as soon as we have a face also linked to that, uh, that helps for the complex products, be it mutual fund, insurance, or lab, or a home loan, over the video calls. And where the video caller, or the video RM, or the virtual RM can show the share the screen and share how the product works on the real time basis. That eased out the entire process, and that increases the reachability, which helps in faster conversion. And the post call follow-ups can also be done basically recorded videos, which are there in the record. Like not only ICC Bank, IndusInd Bank, and few others, where you can open fixed deposit, you can do the transactions as well, if you're not very, very, uh, you know, habituated to operate through mobile banking. So this adds the trust which is there with the video banking. And for vernacular, for wider reach, we have to have a vernacular option available for our customers, where we can have a localized marketing campaigns, where we can use the original languages for ads, SMSs, chatbot interactions, voice-based assistance, where we can allow customers to interact in their native languages, which can convert into the at the back end, uh, into English or Hindi, whatever the system understand, process it, find the answers, and then again converting that conversation to the native languages with the customers. And we can the bank should have a kind of regional influences partnerships as well, where we can collaborate with the local influencers. I was seeing that Kotak Mahindra's multilingual chatbot, though it's still refinement is required, but that is working good when it comes to rural and semi-urban customers. And the if we have to talk on the roadmap, we can integrate our WhatsApp with the chatbots, where we can have a, API. There's a lot many players in the market who are there, who are offering the API linkages, where can be the cross selling can be automated through WhatsApp. We can have a video consultants, the virtual RMs, and the video call center, where we can have a relationship managers with the video call tools and scripts. Not only uh, inward, we can have a outward calling as well, based on the specific consent with the customers. We can have a localized content, where we can translate the product brochures, email. We can have IVR systems into regional languages. And then we can track open rates, video call conversions, and vernacular engagements. So when I was there with the part one, the idea is to have we should have a WhatsApp, we should have a video call, we should have a vernacular languages to understand our customers better. And but the way the entire market dynamics is changing is at a very, very fast rate, where we have to have AI and ML integration to our most of the processes, because it's not only a buzzword now. Whatever we are doing, if all the kind of monotonous job which are there in our system processes, all those things can be uh, shifted to AI and ML, and then our the manpower which is there, which are using these tools, can be used more effectively. So the idea is not to reduce the headcount, but how can we make the our existing headcount more efficient through the interventions of AI ML. So the advantages what is there with the AI ML is the predictive analysis of the customers. We can have machine learning models who can analyze transaction on the real-time basis, the behavior and the life events to suggest the bank for the real-time next best product recommendation to the customers, be it on WhatsApp, be it on the video caller, or be it on the SMS, or whatever interaction we are having with the customers. So we can have a real-time propensity model algorithm score basis whatever information we are there with the customers, be it for loan, be it for FDs, insurance, any of these products. Uh, I was just speaking to one of the friend at JP Morgan Chase, who they are using a AI based model where next best action basis the history of the customer, where the basically generative AI engine what is there with them, which is improving or making the model more efficient with each passing day. So and it's not a simple WhatsApp bot which will work. We have to have a bot which is backed by NLP, where the WhatsApp bot engages with the customers and learning with each passing day. Uh, for cross-selling, we have to have a sentiment analysis of the customers as well, and that can be done basically transaction history, what is there with us, and uh, and that can be clubbed with the automated document processing through WhatsApp only. That can be done. DBS Bank uses this, and as per one of the data, what I was seeing, they are saying that the AI bot basis, they are handling 80% of the queries, customer queries or the complaints, and basis that they have increased their cross sell by 30%. So there are some examples already there in the market. Second, when the video banking, we were discussing where the virtual RM is speaking to the customers, or interacting with the customers on any specific products, the system can recognize the emotions of the customers who is there on the other side of the screen, and any hesitation which is there on the face, or the quality of the voice, or the kind of interest customer is showing, the AI-led system which are helping the virtual RM, they can recognize the emotion and can change the product line basis the emotions which are there on the face of the customer. So that is the capability of AI which can be built in, and whatever speech to text, text to speech. So any customer who is mentioning any of the query, and it's not necessary that the RM is 100% trained on all the products, or any minor question. So whatever the customer is speaking, that speech to text can be done, and that text basis the option which is there on the customer screen, the RM screen, that text will find the answer. It is a lot many solutions which are already there available, which can be integrated through API on the screen of the RM. where the basis the data or the knowledge nuggets, knowledge banks, or CBS, whatever. So for that, it's very important to have a one data lake where we can store all the information which are relevant. And then basis the question which is being raised by the customer, can search the answer out of that data lake and can pop up on the screen of the RM. And then that question, the pop-up on the screen can happen where the whatever customer is inquiring, all those answers, and everything is on the real-time basis. There is no lag. So now there's no more that we will come back to you. So most of the time, whenever we used to interact with the RM with any query, 70, 80% of the time we used to have the answer that, sure, sir, we have noted your concern and we will come back to you. Now, those days are gone because all the information from the system and the accurate information can be there on the screen of the RM. At the end of the discussion, the summary can be popped up on the screen of the RM, which can be very, very effective for further follow-ups. And nowadays, though, the AI avatars can also assist the customers in regional languages as well via videos. So lot many things are happening at this front, especially on the capturing of the emotion of the AI, basically AI. And then not only on the video call side, but the vernacular NLPs are also growing. Many of the companies to whom I was speaking, or last many seminars what I have attended, lot many of them are working beyond Hindi and English, be it Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, Telugu, where the multilingual voice bots are being worked upon. So far, I have not come across a one service provider who is having 100% efficient, but the way it's going, I'm sure that in next 3-4 months of time, we'll start having at least 6-7 languages built in through this. And uh, most of the time, as I was speaking to another one of the company who is there into recovery, they are making a mobile application where especially they are working on a tier 5, 6, 7 villages for collections. And their major challenge of their companies were that they were not able to make the customer understand, and they were not able to communicate with the merchant. So what they have done, they have built a small mobile application where they keep the mobile application in front of the customer while talking. The RM, everything gets recorded, and the customer, whatever the customer is saying, that also gets recorded. And on the real time basis, that speech to text gets converted, and everything gets stored in text in the formal format, because the information lag was always there, and that is helping to increase the collection percentage for those company by 40 odd percent, as mentioned by them. That's a huge uh, plus points for those companies. So, and not only that, speech to text onboarding, where any form, if you are supposed to fill, you can just mention name, you can mention your name, address, you mention your address, and so on. The entire application form can be filled through speech to text, and then you just need to verify at the end of it, and just you can submit. So, lot many such things are happening, and days to come, uh, we all the banks have to adopt one or the other such tools to be efficient in the market. So, for Axis Bank, the AI voice assistance, which is already there for good 10 languages. I still feel that there is an area of improvement there, and the way the machine is learning itself on their self, it will certainly going to be a more effective in days to come. So when it comes to implementation, we can integrate advanced language models where uh, Chat GPT-4 or Google Gemini, or there are couple of more options where the tools can be integrated for human-like WhatsApp interaction. But one thing is very, very important, that what all linkages we are giving to that platform to our database. And if we are having our data at bank level at different platform, different uh, servers or different tools we are using, we have to have an integration of all the data into one location, or then otherwise you have to link your your platform with multiple databases. That can be a bit challenging. So if we can, so more or less, the way we are heading, we have to pull all the data at one place so that these models can work better. And then we can have a reinforcement learning where the systems are learning on their own. Uh, and the A/B testing. So A/B testing is one whose the term is new for if any one of you. If we are having any testing of the results of one platform versus the result of another platform, and then you compare that which campaign, which platform is giving you better results, so that you can those learnings you can incorporate over the other learning. So with the help of that, we can maximize the conversion rates. So the video banking also, when we mention that we can have a RMs behind the camera who can assist the customers. There we mentioned that we can capture the emotion AI dashboard where the agents are equipped with the real-time emotion metrics during the call. Uh, Not only that, the conversion matrix and the improvement opportunities which can be analyzed on the real-time basis. We can have a secure verification where the lot of tools which are there where you can with the deep fake verification you can have a authenticity also that with the facial recognition software that to whom you are speaking is your real customer. And then you can have a guided conversations that basis the help of speech to text, whatever question is being asked by the customer can be guided through the AI bot which is there on your screen, on the RM screen. So that makes the entire conversation more very effective for, of course, to increase the cross sell. Multiple products can be sold to the customer. When it comes to vernacular AI, we can have a regional LLM deployment where the models can be trained basis the dialects and expressions. So the system may take some time to improve on the dialects, but that journey is required where the models are getting trained. Voice recognition software, so systems where we can have the speech to text and in the multiple accent, because uh, even if they say Hindi is being spoken in most of the part of India, but the Hindi accent which is there in Haryana or which is there in Bihar or even there in Assam or in even the deep south, Chennai, they also, some of them, they also speak Hindi. The dialect and the accent is very different. So system should be efficient enough to recognize the accent and dialect as well. And then lot many localized video content can be built to share with the customers to increase the cross-sell ratio. Then uh, the analytical part is also very important to understand your customers better, to act at the right time, which model. So if you at a time you can have a 6, 7, 8, 10 models running, and basis the learning of each model, you can have a which model is working better, and then basis uh, the positive side of one particular model, you can adopt that good things to other models as well. So A/B testing, which helps churn prediction model basis the behavior of the customer, basis the transactional pattern of the customers. The bank can interact with the customer or can intervene at the right time to retain the customer as well as to cross sell with the customer. And self-optimizing systems are the capability which is there basis the ML integration with AI, where the systems can learn on their own to refine the target audience. One of the study which was there of ICC Bank, where they had basis the implementation of few of the tools, as one of friend mentioned that now their loan processing process basis the AI document, where the entire scanning, the document reader, their approvals are 50% faster now. The cross-sell increase basis these tools is 25% higher, and the automation rate is now, say, basis the iPal chatbot, which is the name of their chatbot, ICC Banks, which is there at 80%. So the future trend which is there is personalized videos, where the basis the query raised by the customers, and it's not where the query is getting recorded and the system will work and then they will come back. All these things can happen on the real-time basis. The speech to text, the text goes to the system, the basically the API integration which is there of the tools, where the personalized video can be made on real-time basis and can be shared with the customers. So the the closer to real time will make you more efficient, or the customer, because the interest of the customers may vary from time to time. So if for next 10 minutes I'm very much interested to have a credit card, possible that after 10 minutes I may not be interested with the same rigor. So to encash the customer emotions on the same time basis, it's important that we provide the relevant information on uh, near to real time basis, and these tools can help you that. And not only help you that, but the system uh, can learn on basis the experience, the past learning. So the efficacy or efficiency of one model which is there on day one would certainly be higher on day 10 or day 20 or after 3 months of time or 6 months of time, because that systems is learning on its own. So those things are important. Uh, I was just I try to mention on the blockchain as well, because be it or smart, as I was mentioned that ICC Bank, where the approvals are faster because the documents reader are also helping them out. So smart contracts, where the agreements can be automatically executed for be it for insurance, for loans, where policies can be activated on the immediately after the loan approval, and so many other things where we can remove the manual interventions and can bring that to on real-time basis, not only on the business side, but that can offer a better security as well, where the technology can prevent fraud and can highlight any of the suspicious pattern which can be observed based on the behavior of the customer. And customer data can also be encrypted. So those things, that risk can be minimized as well. And then the multi-product purchases can become seamless without compromising on security protocols as well. So these were the few things where, and the way we are heading, uh, I don't remember. I'm having, say, my one of my salary account which was there with ICC Bank, and I left ICC Bank in 2009. And since then, I have not visited my branch. But that is my main operative bank account. My still, though my salary account is here, but that is again one of the active account which I operate is of ICC Bank. But I have never visited after leaving the bank. So the future lies with metaverse banking, where the virtual banking or the virtual RM or the uh, the entire experience. So we have to work or enable our the model on the metaverse banking, be it of virtual branches, virtual RM, the product demonstration, or from sourcing to disbursement to recovery, everything can be uh, can be done through metaverse. So that is the future which will be there, and the way digital is taking over the most of the things, the banking will also, basis my personal this thing is will completely shift to the virtual model. So we have to be ready with the models where we are also shifting towards this. So the key takeaways, where we said that by combining WhatsApp for instant engagement, where we can be any query which is there from the customer, which can be put on the WhatsApp, because the ease of WhatsApp is always there over dialing a video RM or virtual branch or speaking with somebody. We feel it, we find it more comfortable putting questions over the WhatsApp, and that ability of the bank to answer accurately to those instant messages, and if we can use that engagement for better conversion or better cross sell. Video for trust building, where we are having face to the bank, and again the face to the name who is speaking to the customer, and vernacular for inclusivity, which is required. And these things can significantly boost cross sell ratios. The future of retail banking lies in AI-driven, hyper-personalized, digital-first, emotion AI, language-sensitive customer interactions. That is going to be the future, and this will certainly help the banks to increase the cross-sell. And uh, many a times we find that my RM is not picking my call, or the RM is busy, the RMs are getting changed. One of the most, and in any of the bank, I don't want to name any of the bank here, but the turnover, the turnover of the relationship managers is very, very higher side. They keep on changing the jobs, and you tend to save one of the RM who is required to be spoken after a year's time, after 6 months of time, and then you realize that that RM is no more working for that bank, and that bank is not very, very proactive enough to share the new RM number. Many of times I have find that in the mobile banking application, the name of RM which is mentioned, that is also stale. That RM, when you call up the RM which is there on your that day of mobile banking screen, that RM is not there from last 3 months, 4 months time. So and hence it is important that the data updation, we need to check the processes where the data gets updated on the real-time basis. We cannot have a situation where I'm seeing a RM on my screen who is not working there with us from last 3, 4 months. But the WhatsApp banking, or the not only a calling call center, the video, the virtual RM over the video, or the local languages, the ability to have a vernacular languages for the inclusivity, which is very, very important to boost the cross sell ratios in retail, especially in retail banking. Corporate banking still you can manage, because the RMs are managing a very, very least number of corporates, and there they can have a focus to every corporate, or they can justify that. But on retail banking side, because the customer base is very, very large, and we cannot afford to have a RM for every 100 customers, or every 50 customers. Many a times the RM manages 500 customers in the lower segment. So higher HNI is still, there are RMs who manages 20, 30, 50 customers, but mainly on the mass banking side, on the retail banking side, where we want to target, there the capability of RM is not there to engage with in this similar fashion with all the customers of their portfolio. And hence it is important to have a technology driven platforms to interact with our customers, with our mass audience in the cost-effective manner, because engagement of through RM on the physical meeting is very, very cost intensive as well. And hence we have to have a model which is cost efficient, which can be offered by WhatsApp banking, the video banking, uh, and supported by the vernacular languages. So these are the points mainly which I wanted to mention through the presentation. And so the idea, what Preeti said, that the call can be last longer, or the time allocated was much higher. But we can enter into dialogue with you all, where any specific point, if you want me to elaborate on. See, uh, I was, and guys, believe me, one disclaimer also on the same time, as whatever I'm saying is my personal view, and it's not of, it may or may not be of my institution where I work with. So, and any of the names what I have mentioned of the as a reference beat of the banks in the market, that is on the best effort basis. I don't claim to be 100% right. That is a small disclaimer which is there. So on no name basis, I was speaking to one of the bank on how can they make their call center more efficient. And see, basis the automation, many of the queries which gets routed through IVR mode. So say if 60% of the queries gets solved through IVR mode, the rest of the 40% which is there with the call center guys, where the average handling time, AHT is a very, very commonly mentioned word, where the AHT is around 4.6 4 minute 4.6 minutes, which is there. Now there are two ways to handle this situation. One, you can have a tools, AI driven tools, which can be given to the agent. And when I say call center agent, that can be implemented through a video call agent as well. There's a two approach what can be taken. One, to reduce the AHT, so that the same call center guys can manage more calls, and either more calls. So if you are having 100 seats, one, you can have the same 100 guys can handle more calls, or if your efficiency got increased, you can manage the same traffic with 60 guys only, because you are decreasing the AHT to 3 minute basis, the interventions of AI. What intervention, that I will again mention. But the second uh, view which I'm in very much favor is reduce the, don't try and reduce the AHT. Try to use the same average handling time for better engagement with the customers, because any which ways you don't tend to meet those customers. If some customers is calling you, contacting you with some query, that is one opportunity what you have. If you can satisfy the customer, answer the customer in 3 minutes of time against the average AST of 4.6, you can use that 1.6 minutes which is there in your hand for the cross sell and upsell. So if any customers calls you, that customer is explaining the query, which is speech, that can be converted into text, basis the integration of through API of your information, which is there in your data lake. Uh, 2, 3 information can be popped up on the screen of the agent. One is the history of the customer. Last time, what all interactions were there? What is the overall relationship size? Was there any query related to any of the cross-sell product which can be cross-sell or upsell? And basic, this is the existing information. Second, basis the query which is being raised by the customer, where you are converting that speech to text. Basis the integration, you can answer the query immediately over the screen of the agent, because normally what happens, the agent tend to put you on hold, they go back to the screen, they search, they come back to you with the answers, which most of the time are not 100% accurate. They raise the call ticket, and after raising the call ticket, your query gets resolved in say 24 hours, 48 hours. All those things can be minimized on the real-time basis where the query can be answered on the and because the ML can take some time. So initially, I would recommend personally to have an agent behind AI-based answers where they can just cross-check as what is being because many of times, say you have your circular got revised, and somehow by mistake or by some other reason, both the circulars are there in your database. When your search engine is searching the answer of the question which is being raised by the customer, it can happen that your search engine takes the answer from circular 1 and circular 2 both, or from circular 1 and or mix up both the wordings, and that information may not be accurate or in not there in the right frame of words. And hence it is important that initial days of any such implementation we can have a manual intervention and then days to come we can fully automate the entire process where we can increase the efficiency, and then we can use the same manpower for better productive work where their main job is to interact, to have better engagement with the customers rather than finding answer of their queries, because that can be made available to them on the on the screen of the agent to assist the customer. So that can increase the experience of the customer, and hence that will end up having a happy customer, that will end up having customer buying more products from the bank. So, so that's what I wanted to share on these things. Now I was seeing so many. Just a sec.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yep.
Like before start like going to like Q&A, starting Q&A, we have one session feedback form which I'm launching, and I would like to request everyone is please do fill it out. And we have many questions. Some are from our live and some are yours. Three questions are here. Okay, so can I read the question for you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, okay, Sumit is asking, as we move towards more and more digital banking services, how do we ensure that frauds are reduced? Especially, we find senior citizens who are not tech savvy falling to these scamsters.
So, see, lot many education which are already being given to our customers. See, the fraud happens where you are compromising one or the other thing. You are clicking on some of the link, you are sharing your OTP, or you tend to give your bioauth for some other reason. So if you've gone to buy a SIM, you are putting your bioauth, and if bioauth is required for one time, and the merchant is taking that bioauth on three times on some other application. And if you're not reading out the panel where you're putting your bioauth, you are not sure as what is being done. So lot many things are being done by the banks, as well as the trainings are being given. Uh, I'm just realized that from last 3 days in Maharashtra, whenever I'm trying to call somebody, there is a directive from government that there is a one standard text will come that प्लीज आप सब सावधान रहें फ्रॉडस्टर से, कोई अगर आपका ओटीपी मांगे मत दें, कोई लिंक आए आप मत क्लिक करें। जब तक वो खत्म नहीं हो जाता है टेक्स्ट, till that time the call is not getting through. So training is of course yes, not only by the agencies, but all the banks has to be there on their toes to train the customers to be alert on these things, because digital comes with the ease, but it's not like that. When digital was not there, the frauds were not happening. Frauds were happening on those days as well, when the entire work, or still happening when the entire work is there on the paper format, taking fake signature or copying somebody's signature. At least here in the era of digital, at least the The sure shot information is there with the customer only, be it BioAuth, which is there with them, or the OTP, which is there with the customer. So the error most of the time is there from the customer end, where they are getting them exposed to fraudster, rather than in earlier areas where your signature gets copied, your checks get stolen and the signatures are getting copied, or your signatures are getting put on some paper and the frauds were happening. At least those things are not possible. So we are in better era where by taking some small initiatives, we can still fight with the fraudster better than the earlier days.
Okay, sir, thank you. Let's move to next question. So, Anirban is asking how to manage PII data and prevent any data getting created or any training done for bot on PII data of customer. How to resolve this privacy, ethics, and legal issue via NLP training and using AI bots.
So, personal identification information, which stands for PII, there are lot many regulations are already there from the RBI side to ensure that you are not divulging details of your customers, be it or address. Aadhaar numbers is one of the most where the lot of regulations are there that you can't even store the Aadhaar number. We as a bank, we have to mask the Aadhaar number whenever we are storing. We cannot store the entire Aadhaar number. So a lot of regulations are already there where you have to have the entire environment in a very very secured manner, and lot of and I'm answering from the banking perspective where we are governed from RBI especially. I do understand that the, the enormous entry of fintech companies into this space is, but still there's a lot of regulation from UIDI side or RBI side, or even though it's uh, SEBI is having some other way or angle to this, but they are also, so for all the listed companies, they also see what kind of corporate governance these banks are having or fintech companies are having for the listed one. So regulations are taking care of PII. That's what I wanted to mention. Yeah, Preeti.
Okay, Nivesh is asking, what are the key cross-sold product of Fino? How did Fino team understand the needs of customer for those products?
So, very interesting question, Nivesh. Thanks for answering or asking questions related to my own institution. So, see, our model, and I'm very, very happy to answer this. Our model is very, very different. I call it FMCG into banking because we are serving two kind of customers. One is on us and one is off us. On us means customer is having bank account with us. Off us, we serve customer through a huge 7.5 lakh own merchants spread across 97% of the pin codes of India, where any bank customers can walk into our counters and can avail the basic banking, be it small deposit, withdrawals, payment services, small insurance policies, bill payment, recharge, all those stuffs. So the modus is different when it comes to on us and off us. So especially on us, where the customer is ours, we are having close to 1.5 crore bank accounts, which are there uh, with us. Those customers, so just like Netflix and Amazon, we have taken a different route to source CASA, especially the savings account for our customers, where the challenge was always there, uh, where the charges on the accounts were there on transaction basis by all the banks. And we were the first in the market to introduce a subscription-based product, where in line with Netflix, Amazon, or any other product, where we take annual subscription charges, and then most of the things in the accounts are free without any charge, and then they are without any commitment on the minimum balances also. So that is helping us and to our customer to build a trust further. And we are having one of the most uh, uh, success rate on the one of the most highest renewal of the subscription of our customers, which we are trying to increase even further. And then whatever opportunity we get with our customer, whatever interactions we are having, so we are in the process of adopting so many, whatever I was mentioning on the AI adoption or ML adoption. We are working on many of the tools where we are enabling our merchants as well as to our branch officers, our staffs, our contact center, who all are engaging with the customers to have a real-time information of the customer, of their transaction patterns, their and we are trying to link with demography, the addresses, the pin codes where they are staying, the behavioral pattern basis the purchases being done by them, be it through UPI or through their accounts. And then we are building a model to cross-sell insurance or to refer, because being a payments bank, we cannot lend the customers, but uh, to refer the customer for lending to some partner institutions where we are having a referral arrangements. And in last 1 year, we have grown by around 60 odd percent on the referral count, which is there, as well as the multiple product penetration which is there. The second is offers, and not only offers. So we are having merchants who are doing APS, micro ATM, CMS, opening bank accounts, doing bill payment recharge, and we try and see the potential of the merchant basis their history with us to push them to adopt multiple product, where not only a cash in, do a cash out also. If you're doing a APS, means that market is of withdrawal market, then we try and sell the micro ATM device as well, so that merchant is capable of doing the withdrawal through micro ATM also. That is a second product cross sell. And if micro ATM is there with the merchant, that merchant can open bank account as well, because with bank account you need a ATM machine, that is small pin pad, which is there to do the micro ATM transaction that is required for bank account also. And hence then we push all those merchants to enable them for opening a bank account. If the customer is opening bank account and not doing a micro ATM, means that customer is having that device, but which means that without any additional investment, even if for 2000 for the pin pad, which cost them, they can do a micro ATM transaction as well. So basis the capability of the merchant, the market they operate, basis the devices they have, because basis the lat long capture of the merchants, basis the transaction executed by them, even if they have not purchased devices through us or procured devices through us. In system, we are having information that what all devices is being used by the merchant. So all those informations are clubbed to push the merchant for more cross sell as well as for the customer to buy more. Over to you, Preeti.
Okay, so Hemant is asking, targets are killing salespeople in all departments mentally, and sales pressure and politics inside organization. How to overcome these?
Very nice question. So, see, uh, if we are there in sales, we have to have targets as well. So, without any target, forget sales. Anything in life, we have to keep some target in mind as what we are chasing. So, without target, the chase is not having any meaning. We cannot have a situation in the beginning of the year that भाई जो होता है करो, बाद में देख लेंगे, वही वही नंबर फाइनल है, ऐसा होता नहीं है सेल्स में. So you have to have some number in your mind to chase that, so that you can strategize to achieve that. And then you will ask for the resources, you will ask for uh, uh, the uh, the challenges, you will work on the roadblocks, and then you will ask for the help to remove those roadblocks. So for me, targets are important, so that you can plan better. And during that planning, if you are managing or if you are doing the planning better, you would not be, I don't find sales is very, very tough, because you just need to understand your customer. You have to pitch the right product. You need not to hide any information with your customer. Be transparent. After the first sales closer, you will have referral from the same customer, and then sales would be easy. I have been RM in my initial days of time, be it with Bank of Baroda or ICC Bank, or even uh, uh, I used to manage throughout. I have managed a huge sales force, and I have never find sales target as killing one. It's fun to plan it better and then to achieve that. So I understand that at few of the places it is very, very killing as well. At few of the friends I've seen, but that is because of the lack of planning and lack of vision or lack of understanding of the market, that market is not having that kind of a potential and it's still some target is being. So it's a lack of planning rather than so targets are good, my dear friend.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Ravi Chandra is asking, if you start reading customer balance and analyze their day-to-day transactions, is it ethical or and GDPR complaint?
So, see, that is a standard process, which is, so it's not the manual. Somebody is reading the data of the customer. That is a standard tool which can be built in this system, where without divulging the balances, the real balances of the customer, basis the transaction. Yes, after reading the transactional behavior of the customer, basis the balances in the account, the the propensity model is being built, where the system throws as what all products is to be pitched to the customer without getting into nitty-gritty of actual balances or actual numbers against those product. But yes, to analyze the customer and to suggest the best possible product, next possible upgrade or next possible product to the customer, the analyzing of that data is not, I don't think that is a unethical approach. Divulging those information on at any domain is not right, which cannot happen basis the regulations also all the banks are having. But this is only for the analyzing at the back end, at the machine level, where the system throws the suggestive cross-sell product without mentioning any of the amount. The system will not say that pitch this customer a life insurance of 1 lakh premium. No, the system will tell that pitch this customer a life insurance, uh, which is important basis the behavior of the customer with the bank, or this custom basis the customer behavior, pitch the home loan or the personal loan. So that is only a suggestive product pitch to the customer basis the behavior, not divulging any personal information, neither the transactional history which is getting exposed to the RM or to virtual RM or to anyone in the system.
Okay. Uh, Anant is asking how to attract and retain customers in competitive world.
See, this is age of customer, where customer is the king. In this competitive world, and most of the times we tend to forget the simple rules, and we try and complicate the entire process, and we enter into beating the competition, rather than we have to be strong on our basics, rather than seeing or to compete with others. We forget the basics as what exactly is requirement of the customers. If we are true to ourselves and we are sticking to the strength of our products, how can we simplify those solution to my customers? How can we engage with our customers better? We tend to win the race rather than getting too much of getting carried away as what competition is offering. so, or who is offering what. Uh, B, what customers is in need of. Make it very, very simple, and we will have our kitty in the market, our share in the market.
Okay, so next question, how do I keep the relationship warm with customer who don't need a product now but might need one later?
So that's what I was mentioning, that by the integration of the tools which I mentioned on the AI side, where all the interactions with the customer is getting recorded in such a way that whatever emotions are there in that conversation, and basis that pattern, the systems uh, stores in their so next time whenever agent is speaking to that customer, or basis the interaction history, the system will pop up the propensity that this customer may require this product after 3 months time, 6 months time, or the follow-up can be better with the recording of all these data in system against the customer. So these tool can be used in such a way that we can have a better follow-up with our customers. Even if customer is needing, during one of the conversation 3 months back, customer mentioned that I'm thinking to buy a house, or I'm planning to, I might get some amount after 3 months of time of property sale where I will invest into mutual fund, or any of such information which was there in past. That system will not record in actual as what all was discussed, but in a brief item, that system will keep that in mind, that after 3 months of time, after 4 months of time, after 6 months of time, please push these information with this set of customers for better cross sell.
Anirban is asking, are you saying that during KYC, emotional and sentiment analysis can make verify or reject prospective customer, but this case happens in recruitment where AI ATS kind of reject the people, and hence CV is not selected as text filtration.
Okay, so these are two things what we are mixing. One is on the hiring side, and second on the customer side. See, KYC, most of the times we misinterpret KYC with the document only, or a identification, or the address proof is not only a KYC. KYC is know your customer, and that is a very detailed guideline, as you should be knowing your customer better. Here, you may not be able to judge the intent of the customer on day one. That is basically the regular interaction which is there with the customers, and then the sentiment analysis will help you to cross sell with the customer better, or to understand the customer better. Whereas on the hiring side, that is a completely different ball game together, where not only the degree which is there with of the candidate, the relevant experience of the candidate, this is the interview which is being taken. Most of the bank also takes the psychometric test, which demonstrate the mental fitness, or the toughness of the guy, for basis the trait of the job which is there, and then they find the suitable fitment. So those two things are very, very different in nature, and the process to address that is also very, very different.
Okay. So, how do I handle situation where customer is interested but keep denying the decision?
Okay, so see, customer is interested in any of the product but not able to take the call. He's denying because so one side you are sure that customer is having some kind of interest. So for those things, basis the product what is being pitched, product to product, that call can be different. So say for example, it is a mutual fund. we can ask the customer to, why don't you don't try and put everything in one go. Don't give a one shot investment. Try and start with small SIP. Don't go for 1 lakh, 10,000 SIP or 5,000 SIP. Start with 100 rupee SIP. Just try and see how the products behave, and then take call whether you want to, because he's not sure as what exactly he's trying to get. uh, Similar way, whatever product is being pushed, if that product is having any trait where the small sum can be taken first, or the experience can be taken first and then can be penetrated further. Second approach is, so if customer is not onboarded with you, you can onboard the customer with the lowest denomination product possible. If customer is not able to make his or her mind, onboard them with the minimum product line, and give them the experience above the mark, and then try and convince the customer for more the higher product, or the product which is there in your mind, or the product where the customer is confused can be taken. So it's like starting the relationship. Try the customer to start with the small relationship, and then you can penetrate further.
Okay, thank you. So we are done with all the questions.
Fantastic, fantastic,
Yes.
Preeti. Thank you so
So
much.
before ending this, like, is there anything which you want to convey to our audience who are watching you right now, and some people will watch this recorded session after some time?
No, no, thank you very, very much. And the questions were a few of the questions were very, very interesting. Where and lot many questions. So that always feel good if that shows the level of engagement. So thank you so much, and Preeti, thank you so much for this opportunity to speak on your platform. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you so much for delivering such an insightful session. We are really very grateful for the time and the energy you have invested in sharing your knowledge. And thank you everyone who have joined us today. Thank you for being part of this learning experience. And if still you have any question, please feel free to reach out to us or Sir directly. And the session recordings will be available on our YouTube and LinkedIn account also. So you can revisit anytime. We look forward to having you join us again in upcoming session. Until then, take care, keep learning, and have an amazing day. And once again, thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye bye. Take care.